Your heart is racing, your lungs are closing, and your brain is screaming that you're about to die. There is no danger, but your body is fighting a war. This is the biopic of a panic attack, the 600 seconds that can feel like an eternity. Today, we're going deep into what a panic attack actually is, why it feels so terrifying, and most importantly, how you can reclaim control when it feels like you've lost it all. This isn't just about understanding it. It's about learning how to navigate through it. And if you've ever experienced this, know you are not alone. It's estimated that almost a third of adults will experience a panic attack at some point in their lives. So let's start at the source. The beginning of a panic attack often happens in a tiny almond-shaped part of your brain called the amygdala. Think of the amygdala as your body's personal security guard or its alarm system. Its job is to detect threats: a car speeding towards you, the smell of smoke, a shadowy figure in a dark alley. When it senses danger, it triggers the fight or flight response. Adrenaline floods your system. Your heart rate skyrockets to pump more blood to your muscles. Your breathing quickens to take in more oxygen, and your senses go on high alert. This system is brilliant. It has kept us alive for thousands of years. But what happens when this alarm system gets a false alarm? What happens when it goes off for no reason? That's what we call an amygdala hijack. You could be doing something completely ordinary, sitting at your desk, shopping for groceries, or even just relaxing on the couch. Suddenly, without any real external threat, your amygdala screams danger. It pulls the fire alarm, and your body reacts exactly as it would if you were facing a life or death situation. It doesn't know the difference between a real tiger and a perceived internal one. This is the cruel deception of a panic attack. Your logical brain, the prefrontal cortex, might be looking around thinking, everything is fine. There's nothing to be scared of. But the amygdala has already taken control. It's hijacked the system. And this leads us to the second, and perhaps most terrifying, part of the experience, the physical symptoms. Let's talk about why a panic attack so often feels like a medical emergency, particularly a heart attack. When that adrenaline surge hits, your heart starts pounding in your chest. These are called heart palpitations. It might feel like it's beating too fast, skipping beats, or just hammering against your ribs. At the same time, your breathing becomes rapid and shallow. You might feel like you can't get enough air, like your throat is closing up, or there's a heavy weight on your chest. This is your body trying to get more oxygen for a fight that isn't happening. This combination of chest pain, a racing heart, and shortness of breath are hallmark symptoms of a heart attack. So naturally, your brain makes a terrifying connection. I must be dying. This thought alone is enough to pour gasoline on the fire. You start to feel dizzy or lightheaded because the rapid breathing can change the carbon dioxide levels in your blood. Your hands and feet might start to tingle or go numb. You might break out in a cold sweat or get chills. Some people experience a sense of derealization or depersonalization, where the world around them feels unreal, or they feel detached from their own body, like they're watching a movie of themselves. Every single one of these physical sensations is a direct result of the fight or flight response. It's your body preparing for a battle. But when there's no battle to be fought, all you're left with is the pure, unfiltered terror of the physical sensations themselves. And this leads to the most vicious part of the cycle. This is what I call the spiral. It's the fear of the fear. The panic attack starts, your chest tightens, and you think, oh no, is this a heart attack? That thought creates more fear. The fear triggers more adrenaline. The adrenaline makes your heart beat even faster, and your chest feel even tighter. Now you're convinced something is catastrophically wrong, which creates even more intense fear. It's a self-perpetuating loop of terror, a feedback cycle from hell. Your body is reacting to your thoughts, and your thoughts are reacting to your body. This is also why the fear doesn't end when the panic attack subsides. After you've been through this 10-minute war, a new fear takes root, the fear of it happening again. You might start avoiding places or situations where you had a panic attack before: the grocery store, the highway, crowded places. You start living in a state of hypervigilance, constantly scanning your own body for any sign that it might be starting again. A slight flutter in your chest? A moment of breathlessness after climbing the stairs? Your brain immediately jumps to, is it happening again? And ironically, this very fear, this anticipatory anxiety, can be the trigger for the next panic attack. You become so afraid of the next attack that you inadvertently cause it. It's a cruel, self-fulfilling prophecy. Breaking this cycle is the key to recovery. And while professional help from a therapist or doctor is incredibly important for long-term strategies, I want to give you a powerful tool you can use in the moment. It is a grounding technique designed to pull you out of the terrifying storm in your head and anchor you back into the present reality. It's called the 5-4-3-2-1 method. When you feel the wave of panic starting to build, force yourself to stop and engage your senses. This technique brings you out of the amygdala's hijacked state and back into your logical, observing brain. First, name 5 things you can see. Look around you. Don't just glance. Really see them. Say them out loud or in your head. For example, I see the blue pen on my desk. I see the light reflecting off my computer screen. I see the green leaves on the plant in the corner. I see the crack in the ceiling. I see my own hands. Be specific. This forces your brain to process your immediate, safe environment. Next, acknowledge 4 things you can feel. This is about physical touch. I can feel the texture of my jeans on my legs. I can feel the smooth, cool surface of the table under my fingertips. I can feel the back of the chair supporting me. I can feel my feet flat on the floor. This connects you to your physical body in a non-threatening way. Then, listen for 3 things you can hear. Tune out the internal noise of your racing heart and listen to the outside world. I can hear the hum of the air conditioner. I can hear the distant sound of traffic. I can hear the clock ticking on the wall. This shifts your focus from internal chaos to external calm. After that, identify 2 things you can smell. This can be tricky, but try your best. I can smell the coffee I brewed this morning. I can smell the faint scent of hand soap on my skin. If you can't smell anything, think of 2 of your favorite smells. The act of recalling them is still a powerful distraction. And finally, name 1 thing you can taste. I can taste the mint from my toothpaste. You could also take a sip of water or pop a mint in your mouth to give yourself an immediate taste to focus on. 5-4-3-2-1. See, feel, hear, smell, taste. This isn't a magic cure, but it's a circuit breaker. It interrupts the spiral of fearful thoughts by forcing your brain to focus on the neutral, tangible reality of the present moment. It tells your amygdala, hey, look around, we're actually safe. You can stand down. A journey through understanding and managing panic attacks is just that, a journey. It's not about never feeling anxious again. It's about learning that you have the tools to navigate the storm. You are the captain of your ship, even when the sea gets rough. Remember that these sensations, as terrifying as they are, cannot harm you. They are the result of a false alarm. If you struggle with panic attacks or severe anxiety, please consider reaching out to a mental health professional. Therapies like cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, are incredibly effective at helping people break the cycle of panic for good. You don't have to go through this alone, and there is so much support available. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I hope this brought some clarity and gave you a practical tool you can use. If this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content on mental wellness and understanding our incredible brains. Stay safe, be kind to yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.